OH. OH. Thank you for those kind words. It's indeed an honor for me to stand here and make a humble attempt to dispense some pearls of wisdom. Before I begin my formal remarks, I'd like to express my warm gratitude, first of all, to Cornelius. I had never reached out to a quarterback, ever in my life. But I saw Cornelius play his last high school game, and I thought it was him, but I ended up being Burchett. So we were discussing that, and I said, I'm going to get in touch with him. And so I did send him out a little note, welcome him to say, welcome him to Ohio State. And Cornelius don't remember his response. He said, I don't know you. I don't remember that. Facebook. Hey, it was hacked. And Cornelius and I became good friends, but I was very impressed. I don't know if Cornelius remember this. You guys were coming out, walking towards the stadium. And I was standing on the sideline. He was way over on the other side, and he crossed all the guys and came over and shook my hand. You don't know what that meant for me. Thank you. As you know, again, my name is Cornelius. I grew up in the Washington, D.C. area where I got my first exposure to sports. And it would only be fitting to return and serve and speak on behalf of the Ohio State University. You see, sports has always been an integral part of my life. Back a long time ago, when I was 9 years old, August 28, 1963 changed my life. I lived a stone's throw away from the Washington Monument. I saw 1,000 people descending on the city that day. They had all these signs protesting women's rights, equal rights, and I followed them. And that day, I had an opportunity to see and hear Martin Luther King give his I Had a Dream speech. I am old, but I can't say I saw Martin Luther King. That changed my life. I was always a nonviolent person by nature, but I started to think about my actions before I proceeded to act out on them, as my friends did in my neighborhood. I attended Dunbar High School, where I was allowed to blossom and show my talents. I won 9 letters, 3 in baseball, 3 in football, 3 in basketball. I was All-American in all 3 sports. My senior year, I was drafted second round by the St. Louis Cardinals. I was 30-2 in pitching and had a 500 batting average. That's why I asked Cornelius Jones, you gotta get me on this softball team. I was team captain, and I had over 80 football scholarships back in 1972 when there was no media like we have today. Choosing a college was very hard for me because having so many schools to choose from, as well as a huge baseball contract. But this one visit I made to Columbus, Ohio changed my mind when I met Coach Woody Hayes. All I wanted to see was that stadium. And Woody said, what you want to be in life? I said, I want to major in business. And Woody kept me over in the business office for 2.5 hours. I was pissed. Because all I wanted to see was that stadium, man. 18 years old. So I come home, I said, Mom, I don't know if they want me or not. Coach Hayes had me over in that business office and everything, and she said, well, that's the first school you went to where they looked at your education way more than your academics, your athletics. And so my mom chose Ohio State for me. Well, when I was at Ohio State and finally got there, things had changed real quick. I was the first black quarterback at Ohio State. My first year I received probably about 80 letters a week from the Ku Klux Klan. I got death threats over the phone, but I never shared it in the public. Woody Hayes knew, and I developed an ulcer because of that pressure. Just so Cornell knows the pressure just learning the plays and playing for Ohio State, let alone to go through outside pressure, like I had experienced. Well, Martin Luther King said, I had a dream. And going back here, how I was able to overcome what I did, my motto is, if it is to be, it's up to me. You don't need a title to be a leader. There are so many definitions of leaderships. The focus on other manifestations of leadership, the title, the position of the organization or that corner office, all that's nice. But I believe that there's a more telling characteristic in a true leader. Is their power to lead people opposed to the positional power that they may have. Leadership can be discriminated through our everyday actions and the way we influence the lives of those around us. You don't need a title to be a leader. Therefore, a true leader is someone who designs a cathedral and then shares his or her vision that inspires others to build it. In truth, accomplishments of leaders are never personal. Rather, individuals lead when they serve. It was Martin Luther King who said, everyone cannot be famous, but everyone can be great because everyone can serve. And that's what Cornelius and I are doing. We're paying it forward. We're serving right now. Leadership inspires others to do great things and inspires you by your willingness to work hard. I believe that leaders cannot ask anyone to do anything that they are not willing to do themselves. Leaders lead by integrity. People can see it, and in integrity they are not going to follow. As you know, there can only be no leaders without followers. Indeed, it's about understanding your strengths and weaknesses, and it's about taking on leadership roles and responsibilities in which you can connect and affect others who follow. The great words of the great Duke Ellington, he said, and that helped me in my life when I went through the pressures. He said, music can never be played on the piano beautifully without the black and white keys together. The good part about, I guess, in my career, John went over quite a few things. In my 4 years at Ohio State, I'm 24-0 at home, never lost a home game. As a starter, 18-0 at home. A Big Ten record in 3 years as a starter, 22 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. And that 1 loss was against Michigan State at Michigan State. It took 45 minutes for them to decide who won the game. 4 Rose Bowls. My freshman year, a lot of folks don't realize I returned 3 kickoffs. My freshman year in the Rose Bowl. So Archie is the first player to start 4 Rose Bowls in a row. I played in 4 Rose Bowls, and I was the first quarterback in Rose Bowl history to start 3 straight Rose Bowls in a row. When it comes to Michigan, both Jim Beckler and Woody was a 10-year war. So I'm proud to say that I'm 3-1 against Michigan, and Bo is 0-3 and 1. Yeah, within closing, I'm so honored to be, Cornell and I, to be here in Houston. When I was asked to come here, I never said how much I was going to get. I'm here free. I gave up 2 days of work to come here to be at this scholarship function, so my heart is all with you. Go Bucks.